explosive news. And I hate to say I told you so. I'm getting a lot of folks diminishing what I've put out. Oh, can't possibly be true. No, 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 not Canada, not Danielle Smith, not Mark Carney. Unbelievable. Folks, I don't talk out my rear end. When I say I've read all committee reports, congressional, Senate, and House, both committees, joint committees, every single federal cabinet personnel comes with one of these. Check and balance, minority and leader of. Each party gets equivalency. Senate and House on presidential. And folks, when you go through it, Mark Carney and Danielle Smith are fucked. I don't say that to be some kind of idiot on social media. I'm telling you what I know. And if anyone doubted that, God bless you, Tammy Douglas, for sharing Kash Patel, director of the FBI, for busting a major who went as a merc hired by China after retirement to train Chinese pilots. Oh yes. Well, China plotted to sabotage, hack, and steal critical and vital workings of the F-35, F-22s, and onward. Oh yeah. He's been arrested today. They're watching. And Canadians talking out their assholes right out of their mouth, spewing shit. Mark Carney, Danielle Smith kind of shit. Folks, I'm telling you, in the Pentagon, there is a wall, I guarantee you, and their pictures are on that wall. I can tell you, Alberta alone is on that wall. There's not only people from stealing the election involved here, high-level insiders in Alberta who've got AI approvals in Alberta, Heartland, Central Alberta, where the Chinese pilots are being trained, and then the supposed staging all the way to Canada's #1 airfield, Cold Lake, Alberta. Oh yeah, where those F-35s are going to go. Mark Carney's partial purchase. America's not dumb. They're well prepared. We're on round number 2 of investigations. First arrest. Folks, it's not FBI who deals with Mark Carney and Danielle Smith. It's Homeland Security. But I guarantee you what you've just witnessed today, and I totally told you so moment. I don't talk out my ass. I never say anything that would compromise myself in Canadian government or absolutely the beloved United States of America that I would give anything to belong to. No, I give it to everybody straight. And a lot of threats to my life, a lot of lunatics right across both spectrums, and I am very deeply troubled by the conservative reality of Canada. Pathetic and lost, completely garbage. That's the truth. We know the liberal reality. I don't get into it because I shouldn't have to. I know Mark Carney is a degenerate, low-life communist loser who is working hand in hand with China. If all of you losers, and I have to say that, because Canada's really fucked here. We are really fucked as a country, all regions, and I hate to say it, especially all conservative regions. This is Doug Ford. #1 worst is probably a tie between Scott Moe and absolutely Danielle Smith. I don't know. I know Alberta's way more compromised, way more sold out. But I can tell you Scott Moe is running a track record race to try and outdo Alberta. He's on tour hand in hand with Mark Carney for China. If you're not paying attention, what I told you, what United States released yesterday, hello, Canada, you're not getting a trade deal, and the only effing way you will is you're going to eat massive assigned tariffs and many more to come. You will have to eat that. There is no Congress and Senate to save you. There's 5 more presidential powers, one of which is already in force. And there's 12 more industries to hammer blow to death. Because he can, if he wants to. I have massive entreaties to release. Garbage of Canada and Denmark tonight at 6 p.m. And I'm not going to do any spoilers at this point. I'm saving this fresh truth and reality. But folks, your politicians, right, left, center, all of it in between, all crown, are on a war on America. If you're not paying attention, you've just seen part 2, Kash, Patel, and what lengths they go for an American general. What do you think they'll do in Homeland Security with people like Daniel Smith, now rapidly coming on Scott Moe? They already know Doug Ford's garbage, but Mark Carney and Daniel Smith are on serious red lines. Read this story on the major charged for training Chinese pilots. And that's an American military, retired, American citizen, high standing. And what's going to befall him? That's through domestic FBI. If you don't see what's going on here, what USA is showcasing to the world, to Canada, the neighbor, maybe you're going to realize when I talk about a 15% income tax requirement with a 4% GST, this is what your government has to agree to, as well as terminate everything with China and throw all that shit out. I don't see that happening. That means there is no USMCA, no more NATO, no more NORAD coming. USA is going to take it all over. And when you see what I roll out tonight, it becomes undeniable. 6 p.m. But this is just massive, epic American knockout blows that should be registering on a majority of Canadians. I would think at least conscious, over the age of 25, rational thinking Canadians, especially conservatives. You gotta be pretty institutionalized, telling America you're completely gone. This country, Canada, completely gone. A lot of you, bullshit, that's not the truth. That is the truth. That's America's truth. They have made major announcements at the highest level trade ambassador for all governments worldwide, and it's right aimed directly at Canada. You were told you will terminate all your Chinese dealings. You will pay massive tariffs. You will open your country up to us, opening all of that markets you close off from us, and they're vast. Nothing compared to what we're going through right now, because we have a treaty protection that everybody thinks Republican and Democrat House and Senate are going to turn on Trump and they're going to shut it down. No, I've read the reports. They're not. Americans don't turn on each other when it comes to national security. They quickly get together and they crush you like a bug. No matter which country. I've read all those reports. Kash Patel rolls out domestic fallout of an American citizen in high standing going through criminality of what he's done against the United States of America. What do you think will befall your Canadian politicians, liberal, conservative, and every other party in between? Wake up, folks. You gotta wake up quick. People gotta stop reacting in their emotions, their degenerate stupidity, and that's really what it is. It's pathetic adult stupidity and wanton ignorance. You gotta be a pretty daft, naive, stupid person living in a reality where you think in some fictional truth that you're going to defeat the United States of America, that you're going to outperform. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Wait till you see what I roll out with Canada-Denmark treaties over United States-UK treaties, and the idea that all that land stolen from the First Peoples and justified, I'm going to go through all of it, and all the filthy fucking court precedents in both countries under the same crown lion. A lion that's just a baby little minnow in a shark tank with a full-grown great white called the United States of America that will fuck you dead. Will fuck us all dead. That's reality. I don't know how else to say this. I don't know how to smash the point across to the density and the stupidity, the institutionalized socialist and fascist dumb fuck Canadian adult over 25 to every age bracket, because you're far gone in mass majority stupid fucks. And this, no, it's all fake. It's not true. It's not going to happen. You know what? Cuba was like that at one time too. Iran, Iraq, Venezuela, Argentina, we can go on. There's literally dozens and dozens more of this stupidity and dumb fuckery of adult people thinking that, you can't stop us. We're going to set the world stage. I can tell you Australia's already telling you to get fucked. You can look at I have Australian publications from the greatest Australian counterparts going, whoa, not us, no way, fuck you, Canada, fuck you, Mark Carney, the best of the best. And if you haven't read the latest on Jack Mintz, conservative, I know him very well in his publications. We gotta change the way we tax in this country, tax like America. Folks, what America's now demanding of every Canadian requires massive taxation. So either tax the companies to death who roll it over onto you, the secret conservative way to success. Massive taxation like, we don't do carbon tax, we do carbon pricing. So stupid asshole Canadians don't know that we're the source of their mighty inflation. There's no way of getting out what the United States of America now requires of you, the Canadian enemy to the free world. You are, through the support of your own crown government. They can't go forward anymore. If you want them to, your crown has to pay a massive fee to the United States of America, because you don't want to be a State of the Union. So it's going to require a ton of money, because America doesn't trust you anymore. You're a big risk open border to their national security. You don't like them. You're a threat to them of the largest source and threat the world's ever known. How are drugs getting through into Canada? Could it be Denmark and Canada's 2022 treaty, an uncontrolled border and flights therein from all over the world? Could that be it? Wait till 6 o'clock tonight. We're going to go through it, because America's only solved half its problem. That was presented to all of you dumb fucks yesterday. It's not true. You're lying. And the leader of the FBI, Kash Patel, just arrested a retired major, training Chinese pilots. All in the same manner Canada's promising to do with China, as it's going to hire all these foreign military specialists, obviously from China, as Alberta trained a pile of Chinese pilots. Wake the fuck up, because it's coming to an end. And I'm sorry to talk like that, but you have to. Now, you can all choose to share. You can ignore the warnings. You can go, hey, what does this guy know, right? Who gives a shit about him, right? That's fine. But at least if you're going to do that, get off your filthy adult dumb fuck ass and go read all the Senate and House committee reports on security over the last 85 years. Please go do that, especially since 2000. That's a pivotal date. You listen to those Democrats and Republicans because they're in charge along with the presidency. And this is in a majority. Wake up, because your country is going to get squashed like a bug. That's my country too. I do care. I do care. And I know we're at a point where the crown as it is, and its mental illness, and its socialism and fascism, wait till I roll out the hockey uniforms. I've already given a partial to that in Canadians. No, it's not true. You're lying. You should see the Denmark Olympic team jerseys. They're red, white, and black too, with an armband too. They got their lion crests. They both have the same lion crests, if you didn't know, from the same medieval period. And they made an arbitrary decision on Arctic territory without any US-UK consultation, because they don't have to. We set the laws as we see fit, and we're going to go through that tonight. And you tell me, because what's international law? I can tell you, it certainly isn't what your Canadian government and the government of Denmark and both crowns, so to speak, call themselves, say it is, or even think that they have authority over these lands through racist, evil, old legislation that hasn't been allowed in this world post-1945. And you're going to tell the United States of America, again, a fucking minnow is going to tell the great white shark, eat shit. We're going to let the Chinese killer whale in. We're going to feed that puppy to kill you. But don't worry, American Democrats, they're going to support you over this, right? Because all their committee reports say that. Just like this major, who again is what? A highly decorated American citizen got arrested for the same bullshit Mark Carney and Daniel Smith are absolutely and have been doing all the way through. And those before them, and those before that. Both parties united with full support of all the other parties and everything in between. Canada's going down. You can go down the hard way. It's going to be massive taxation. Crown's like, don't worry, you're keeping your government alive. Just feed the beast. It's just going to require massive taxation, massive inflation, your second, third world status coming. That's reality. Folks, that's my video. Get it out there. Don't be weak. Don't be a chicken shit. Don't be a coward, because this is your time to get it out there. I can be the voice. I can be the voice of reason, setting the truth and setting it straight. But I'm only one person. And you can sit there, I don't want to get in trouble. Trouble is you leaving a country to your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, that is a Venezuela, Cuba reality for doing nothing. You can say, well, the USA do it for me. They're not going to do it for you. They're going to smash you for your choices you make today. You allowed it to happen. Did the Nazis get a pass? Well, we were doing what I killed all those Jews and I was shoveling in the ovens and I only did what the government made me do. Right? You're participating in genocide. You're participating in these crimes. You're participating in these evils. You get what you deserve. There's no, well, I had to. They made me do it. I wanted a job. You make the world for your children. You make the choice today. That's my video. God bless. Take care. Bye now. See you at 6.